I did want to talk about the basketball game last night.
Yeah.
College basketball game. You want to know, and I can do this from a couple different ways, right? Like the fan reaction or whatever. Let me tell you what I saw like on the floor, like the way you guys asked D-Mac about hockey. What I saw on the floor was a coaching mismatch.
Facts.
And look, that's easy button, right? You can say Tom Izzo with the X's and O's against John Calipari. Now, I also did see, when you look at the terms of talent that Kentucky has out there was kind of a recruiting mismatch. You see what I'm saying? Like, that does cut both ways. But last night, the recruiting can't save you when you're out there on the floor. It's over at that point. And Tom Izzo carved up Kentucky.
One of the best full-court play calls I've ever seen in my entire life. When he had Tyson Walker inbounding the ball, A.J. Hoggard came on the inbound. He threw it to him, still out of bounds. Tyson Walker takes off. He hits him with the touchdown pass.
That little misdirection caused the seam on the left side of the floor, too.
It was amazing.
It was very
Calipari, did you see what Calipari said? I didn't know you could do that.
I didn't either. I honestly didn't know either. I was like, wait, well, I was scared at first.
Yeah,
I was like, no.
That's one of those little known things that people don't know, that you can't do that.
Right. Absolutely.
You know what I love, though? Is to see Tom Izzo engaged. Like you could see, and early in the season, this is his MO, right? Schedule tough, the toughest games. In the stretch, in the long run, it's supposed to benefit down the way. But I saw, that fire in him that he knew, Neil. He knew that if he could get it down to a game of coaching, they would win. That's what he had to do. And give it to the kids, man. They executed. And it's not easy. I think you brought up a great point as far as what Kentucky, Calipari always bringing in that NBA talent, but they're not a team. So the whole thing is what I would take is it's a great win, but it's early. Now it's like slow, pump the brakes.
Yeah.
On the All-Americans and all this. Now we need the consistency. But what I saw there was a great team win. And I'm not saying like Tom Izzo's not engaged the past few years, but you could see the frustration with the teams over the years. And I think for whatever was a little different yesterday. So let's not start crowning them national championship or anything. But the first couple games, you look at the one that they almost pulled out in the opener. So, I mean, this team's playing well. You got to give them credit. And I think it goes down to their coach.
You do, but this isn't about today.
No.
Tom Izzo does this for two reasons. One, he believes it makes him tougher for the tournament and for the Big Ten stretch drive. The second one is Michigan State is in front of recruits. They're on national TV playing a quality opponent. You can
Every
beat
game.
that quality opponent. Somebody might say, hey, I think I might go try Michigan State.
Yeah, and look, like there were factors to it, right? Because Izzo, Michigan State, as Spence can attest to, doesn't typically fare well in these types of games.
Yes.
But you play enough of them, you're going to win one, and all the conditions were right. It came down to an X's and O's match at the end.
Double overtime. The National Player of the Year fouled out.
And that's, and look, let's be real about it. You'll be the first. Sheboy fouling out certainly change that basketball game.
150%.
You could see it. Like, even if you don't know anything about basketball, you could see the entire axis of that game was flipped around.
Matty Sissoko has been playing out of his GD mind.
And because we've had games, so I haven't had a chance, and Oakland plays Michigan State every year, so I call the game every year.
Who's going to win that game this year?
I like Michigan State's chances.
Okay.
Yeah. But without that, Matty Sissoko was not him.
No.
What I saw last night.
No.
Was not anywhere close to.
He didn't play last year.
Yeah.
He played like 5 minutes a game, maybe.
So I don't know what he did over the offseason, but whatever he did, that's what you do.
Yes. Whatever he did.
That's what you should do.
And Justin Rose tweeted out last night. He was like, "Great win by Izzo. Raise your hand if you thought that Matty Sissoko was going to be this year." And I commented back. I was like, "Julius Marble knew. Julius Marble transferred."
That's what he hit him with the.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Yeah. And this kid is playing out of his mind. I mean, he finished the game with like 3 alley-oops. It looked like Cassius Winston and Xavier Tillman,
Yeah.
you know,
No,
Tyson Walker,
those
and
were
Manny
serious.
Sissoko.
Those are what I saw Oklahoma State doing in the arena on
Yeah.
Sunday. Like those, you know, with the 7-footer and
Oh,
stuff.
he was
Now,
he was
doesn't
head above the
Sissoko
rim.
have 7-foot arms though?
Yeah,
Yes.
7'3" wingspan.
Damn.
7'3".
We're talking about Soderblom
Adam
on the
Creighton.
basketball court, right?
Adam Creighton back in the day.
He's even longer than Soderblom.
Dude, every game in Chicago Stadium, the guy scored from behind the net, but he backhanded it in from from the front of the net, man. It was crazy. WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Rich Diana, Izzo's awesome, isn't he? Tony D. Izzo was the man last night. And look, Izzo has come under a lot of fire.
He is.
Is that fair to say?
That is.
Is he back in your good graces now?
Oh yeah. I mean, he was never
So
out of my good graces.
today.
Really, he was never out of my good graces.
But you
He
know,
didn't-
we've been hearing this for almost
Yeah.
10 years about Tom Izzo. Out of touch, can't recruit.
The game's passed him by.
Yeah, games passing by. He's too angry.
But yeah, anybody
Blah, blah,
else
blah.
over the past few years just like see more frustration on his point, more frustration, come to the point wondering, oh, he might be looking to quit, can't relate to these guys. Well, it seems like he's related. They just played 2 top 4 teams in the nation. Mm-hmm. I mean, honestly, ball goes down, they beat Gonzaga.
Yes.
But so I just noticed a little bit of that fire, and a lot comes to a group that's coachable, that listens. And so maybe to your Matty Sissoko and all these guys, the work that they've put in, right?
Facts.
The off season, and I mean, Spence, I go to you because you're the Sparty here. Mm-hmm. You know, coming out of that, what? Because you don't really put the cart before the horse, but what does it mean? Like,
It means a lot. It means that, like Neil and Terry said, they're on primetime television going against a team that is always there. 2 blue bloods going at it, and they got the best of them. And it showed Tom Izzo's mantra, where is if you stay, you're gonna get better and you're gonna be a great player. Like, look at Joey Hauser. This is Joey Hauser's best game since he's come to MSU from Marquette. The dude went for 26 points. Malik Hall was playing a great game. That's a 4-year guy. Tyson Walker stayed, having a better performance. AJ Hoggard turned into a good player, turning into a legit point guard. And then obviously the biggest part was Matty Sissoko. The guy's coming out of nowhere, didn't play at all last year, but has been developing. And with the recruiting class that Tom Izzo has coming in next year, where he has a 5-star power forward, one of the best players in the country coming in, he has 2 guards that are in the top 25 of guards around the country coming in. These guys see that and they're like, all right, you know, we're ready to go.
So is it safe to say Izzo's coming or what?
Yes, it is.
No, it's Izzy's coming.
Izzy's coming?
No,
Yeah.
but you know what's hurt him the last couple of years? Michigan State becomes a real team in June, July. They do a lot of stuff together. That's when he's beating up players, and that's when they're getting pissed off at each other. It's in the heat of the summer. They didn't get to do that the last couple of years, and so I think that hurt Michigan State a little bit. Now they've gotten back to a year-round routine. Games are not just won from January to March or whatever you want to say, but that offseason is very important to Michigan State's basketball team.
And Izzo's second championship was stolen from him by COVID, because that team would have won the championship. Cassius Winston was the best player in the country that year. He would have won the tournament and demolished people.
hey, before you go to break, small, out of everything that was said there, Terry brought up the best point. Yes, guys, it's unbelievable that some coaching in no matter what sport that we view as the elite of the elite don't know all the rules. That's the one thing. Calipari didn't know he could do that.
Yeah.
Real quickly, too, you know what else Izzo did? And I'm a big proponent of this. He shrunk the rotation.
Yes. He was going 2 point guards, had
Shrunk.
Tyson Walker and AJ Hoggard play together.
They had one player off the bench play double figures.
Jaden Akins was the
in
only
minutes.
guy coming in and
That's
playing.
it.
Yeah.
That's how you win in college basketball.
Yeah.
And that's why they won that game last night. Because let's be real, the talent fall off at 7 or 8 on the bench. Terry, you know this, man.
No, I get that, but I think a lot of times Izzo in games like this in November, he'll keep his rotation longer because he wants to give these guys some experience. Not saying he doesn't want to win the game, but the game is not top priority. It's developing a team. But last night he wanted to win, so I'm going to shorten this rotation.
Right, that's where it's changed, Neil. Maybe that's why they realize something that we'll have to watch out for is the fact that he has a team. You know, what are the expectations for when you see this early? Whatever the expectations you had for the Sparties, this has to only up it.
Yeah. Terry's old cohort, Bob Wojnowski, noted Michigan slappy, tweeted, he was like, Michigan State basketball might be the best unranked team in recent history. They're going to go from unranked to top 15.
Yeah, I would definitely see that. I mean, and you look too, man, the gauntlet. Gonzaga, Kentucky, Villanova next, then Alabama. Nate Oates got a cooking down there too, man. And then at Notre Dame. Like that ain't nothing nice right there, that run. And then you look down the road, man, December 21st, Golden Grizzlies coming into Breslin. I'll be there. Tap in, everybody. Tap in.